getting into this episode of GH, Drew, he just, every day he becomes more and more unhinged and insufferable. Like, his whole plan to point the finger at Michael is just a dumb plan. And I'm so glad Alexis is not here for it. Like, she don't believe that plan to work. And she doesn't want to point the finger at Michael anyway. Because, for one, he's not the only suspect in that town. Drew, he's going to screw things up. And Alexis knows it. She's been a lawyer for decades. She know what she's doing. You know, you want a real shot at getting Willow out of this, you got to point the finger at several people. Pointing it at Michael is not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other people who had reason to shoot this man. It wasn't just Michael. So just focusing in and zeroing in on him when you have nothing tying him to it at the moment is a dumb move. And Alexis know that. You know, I just really wish that she could find another way to see Scout and recuse herself as Willow's attorney. Because Drew is just trying to sit here and micromanage her. Oh, what's your defense strategy? What are you planning on doing? No, you need to point the finger at Michael. Boy, if you don't go sit down somewhere, the way I want to kick that cane out from under him and beat him in the head with it, leave that lady alone. Like, you done forced her into this situation. Now you're going to sit here and force her to do whatever you want her to do. You're not a lawyer. She knows what she's doing. You want her to get Willow out? Shut the heck up and go sit down. And of course, now he wants Martin as co-counsel. Alexis wasn't here for that. She was like, I don't need no damn Martin as no co-counsel. Drew don't care. Like, Drew just want her to speed this up. And even Martin warned her, listen, if you don't get Willow out from under this, you already know Drew gonna make every day of your life a living hell. You know he gonna come for you. I just wish Alexis would grow some balls and remember that she's a Cassadine at the end of the day. Stop kowtowing to this man. Like, he is acting like a big boy with a tantrum. Take him down. Like, seriously. So anyway, moving on from that. Laura is between a rock and a hard place at this point. Like, everything that could possibly go wrong in her life right now is going wrong. Like, it's just going from bad to worse for her. Anna is MIA. She had no other choice but to appoint Dante as acting commissioner because the next one in line would have naturally been Mac, but he's unavailable. So she had to pick Dante. And that may work against her because you already know Ezra, when they do the debate, he's going to bring that up and he's going to further push the agenda that she's in Sonny's pocket by, look, she appointed his son as acting commissioner. Oh, that proves she's on the take. Listen, all Laura could do at this point, find some dirt on him, find something that can prove he's corrupt, like she said many months ago. How every time, because politicians, they got to submit their financial records and stuff. All you got to do is bring up the fact that every time it's that time of year for him to submit his financial records, show the public at the debate how he refuses to do that and ask him what does he have to hide in his finances. I would bring that up. Shit, he want to sling mud, you sling it right back. Do what you got to do. Because that whole hiring Dante, Dante's a good detective. He is, but that's partly going to work against her. Because ain't no way Boyle not going to use that against her. He definitely will. So she got to use his finances against him. And use that video that they filmed of him, being in cahoots with Drew. Listen, you got to use whatever little dirty trick you can against that man. I know Laura want to run a clean campaign, no mudslinging, I get that. But at this point, you got to do what you got to do. It ain't like what she could say is not true, because everything she could throw at him is going to be, facts. So I would just throw it at him. Forget it. Then on top of that, now she got to deal with Rocco. These little Scooby-Doo kids done broke into the doggone lab. Didn't find not no animal in the lab. I give Rocco credit. At least the boys stepped up, took it on the chin because he didn't want Danny and Charlotte to get in trouble, so he took it. Distracted Dalton so that way they could get him out the lab and they could look around or whatever without getting in trouble. It was, it was risky on his part. That was bold. But it came at a very bad time. You know what I'm saying? You're the mayor's grandson. Now you got this professor sitting here telling your grandmama that he wants your butt locked up for breaking in his lab. came at the worst time and the look on Ezra's face, oh, he was loving it. Ezra was chewing it up. He was enjoying the mess out of this because now that's another thing he could sling at Laura. Listen, Laura, never mind Dante and Lulu. You need to get your good belt out and whoop that boy. Like, seriously. I mean, I don't want to see the boy go to jail, but he need a butt whooping. You need to give him an old Granny Smith butt whooping. I'm telling you. Because you done got yourself in trouble on the wrong day, sir. Like, we are in the middle of a mayoral debate. Today is not the day for you to be sitting over here getting your tail arrested. Get it together. Laura, she need to get this under control. Because Laura was like, listen, ain't nobody going to prison. She said, my grandson is not going to no jail. Ain't gonna happen. You gotta do something. Like, figure it out. Your debate is coming up. We ain't got time for this scandal right now. Hot mess. Now was not the time to be, pulling this kind of shenanigan. So, of course, Danny and Charlotte had to go to Jason and let him know what just happened. I know Jason is like, listen, we ain't got time for this. But, hey, you know what? I'm glad that Jason is the go-to parent. I miss Sam, but I'm glad Jason is the go-to parent for these kind of problems. Because, listen, you got your hands full with dealing with a teenager, Jason. Get with it. Because I know Jason, like, he just be stone-faced. Like, he just be having so much frustration on his face. Like, damn, it's like, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Danny need to stay his little self out of trouble. Like, stop letting these people rope you into this nonsense. But I respect the fact that Danny is ride or die. He ride or die for his people. I respect it. He just like Jason in a way. But, you got to pick and choose these battles because, it's too much going on right now for you to be getting in trouble. He better be glad Rocco stepped up when he did. Because even Rocco was trying to tell Danny, listen, you need to go. You don't need to be getting in no trouble. But Danny wasn't trying to hear it. Danny said, listen, we ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life. I respect it. Jason need to get a good belt on him too. It's time to bring out these belts. The belt still got the power if you use it. Because on top of that, it's like y'all breaking into a lab and didn't find out one animal. Nothing to back up y'all claims. Because even Dalton was like, where do you see an animal up in here? Ain't no animals here. How am I animal testing? You don't see not one chimpanzee up in here. You don't see not one little baby lion cub. You don't see not one Dalmatian or a golden retriever. So what animal am I working on? You got a point. Y'all done came up with nothing. You better do better. So anyway, moving on from that. I get where Portia was coming from. Like, she felt like Britt was out of pocket for, speaking out. She felt like Britt was speaking out of turn, trying to put the family in panic by telling them, oh, well, we need to operate on Ned immediately. Portia was not here for it. Portia said, come over here. Come over here. Let me talk to you. Portia was not here for it. Let her know you need to back down. She said, you need to stand down because I will terminate your ass right now. Don't play with me. Portia was not here for her speaking out of pocket. But it's so funny, like, Jason had to drag Britt away. But it was so funny because as soon as Portia went back to the family, she was like, yeah, well, we're going to do a surgery on him immediately. We're going to get him in surgery. I'm like, ain't that what Britt just told you? Britt just told you that the man got to go in surgery. Y'all already said he need a bypass. And even Lucas said that he needs a bypass, which means you have to get him into surgery right now. I understand she didn't want to put the family in panic. And I guess she felt like the way Britt phrased it, could put them in a panic mode or whatever. But I'm like, what other way can she do it? You just got to be blunt with people. He's going to need that surgery ASAP. I felt bad for Gio because I am glad that Gio started to realize that he shouldn't have wasted all this time not getting to know Ned better. He felt like he could lose him now, but he ain't going to lose that man. We all know Ned going to pull through because BLQ worried about it as well. I'm a little disgusted that she has Chase by her side right now because I'm not feeling him. I'm not feeling Chase at the moment with this Willow nonsense. But, he doing his husbandly duties by being there for her, so I give him that. BLQ was struggling with the thought of, at least thanking Britt or whatever for helping her father. Lulu bringing her shenanigans into it, talking about, no, you should be thanking Gio because he's the one that performed CPR. Britt didn't come in until later. I'm like, Lulu, now ain't the time to point out who did what right now. I understand you don't like the girl. Now ain't the time. We ain't got time for this feud that you got going on right now. We need to put that to the back burner. Like, you coming over here picking up, continuing this little feud, and I get it. I understand it, but now ain't the time for that, Leslie Lou. We ain't got time for the nonsense. So anyway, moving on from that, Britt is not feeling being back in Port Charles because she hate that clerical job that she got. She was like, I hate this. She said, I cannot stand being back in this town. Well, hey, it's better than being, bits and pieces all over France or wherever you were. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if Jason ain't take that bomb off of you, you would have been spread out all over that country. Better be happy. I'm just saying. Your body part, your leg could have been in the ocean. Another leg could have been in somebody's room. Your shoulder could have been in the East River. You never know. So you better thank your lucky stars he was there when he was, and he got you out that mess. But if she ever get done with this whole lab situation, maybe she can pack up and leave again. But, Jason's sitting over there happy that she is in town, though, because he felt like, she was there for Ned and stuff. So he was happy she was there when she was. Jason, I feel like he just be excusing her at this point because he's smitten with that woman. Like, Jason is definitely jonesing for her. I don't know why. Like, the way she been acting up, Listen, the way my attraction would have flatlined for her, I just can't do all that attitude and back talk. Like, no, whatever little lust or love I might have had for you, the moment you open that mouth and get disrespectful and act up, whatever little situation we had going, that would have been nipped in the bud. I don't do attitude now. That's what we not gonna do. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that, Willow. Can we put her back in jail? Like, seriously, can we just put her back in behind bars? Because the way she cut up at that restaurant, it annoyed me. And this is why she does not have custody of these kids. This is exactly why. Like, for her to sit there and ask Drew, oh, how come Jacinda get to be around my kids, but I can't? You dingbat. You walked over there and straight up disrespected this girl and was snarky and was rude in front of your child. You did all of this in front of the boy. Of course, this is why you're not around your children. You don't know how to act. Look how you do. That conversation was not appropriate in front of a child. He don't need to be in grown folk business. And you up in here just talking trash about this girl. Now she mad because she found out Jacinda is working for Nina. So now she's even more upset. I am so glad Michael walked away from her when he did. Like, he just gave her that trick, please walk away. Like, he ain't even engaging with her. Like, Willow is so ridiculous. Oh, I know you framed me. Willow, you don't know that. You think you know that. Do you have proof? It ain't about what you know. What can you prove is the question. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Alexis is going to prove it. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, somebody else is going to do the work, of course, because you don't have the balls to do it yourself, but okay. Oh, Alexis is going to prove it. Why you can't? Why you relying on Natasha to do it? Why you can't do it? I'm just saying. That's the typical Willow. She need everybody to solve every problem for her. Wasn't she a teacher at one point? So what problems were you solving in the classroom as a teacher? Did the principal have to come down and solve that problem for you too? They had to come down there and do math problems and equations for the students because you couldn't solve it? I'm just saying. Drew, of course, is spitting his little venom. Oh, I'm building a case against Michael. Oh, Michael doesn't deserve... Okay, Drew, shut up. I had enough of both of them. I am so over Drew and Willow. So sick of them. Hopefully, though, Michael can come up with a new plan, because I feel like his alibi, Jacinda's alibi for him, is not going to pan out. I feel like that alibi is going to go up in smoke, I feel, because he was like, are you sure the alibi is going to be airtight? She was like, oh, after I left you, I went to the hotel. That was it. She lying. You was definitely, cause I think she probably was with Ezra that night, cause I know they was, linking up before, so she probably was with him, and he probably gonna remember and blow up that alibi. I'm like, Michael, come up with a new plan. Like, come up with a new plan, because he's very calculated, but he's gonna have to be 5 steps ahead if you want to win this game. You know what I'm saying? You want to beat Drew and Willow, you got to be about 5, 6 steps ahead at every turn. You got to beat them at every turn. You got to be ready for everything they're gonna throw at you, including this alibi. Come up with something. And at least he know that when he get in that courtroom, he gonna have to be on his P's and Q's, because Alexis will definitely try to get him to say something negative about Willow. So at least he ready for it. He gonna have to be. Michael got to get it together. We got to pull it through. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comments. Let me know what you all thought. Peace.